Okay, please excuse the mess. I'm annoyed. I lost all the footage. I've used an old TV unit to sort of start the project because that was leveled off, and I've built some kind of frame to hold up a TV. This is a 55 inch, not the biggest TV in the world, but I think, how am I going to show you this? So those are, it's all screwed in somewhat up there. I've got these brackets. It is screwed into the wall. I've sunk the screws in. Sorry again about the mess. I was on stop because I had to go and pick stuff up. Didn't have the money and wanted to watch TV, so that's why it's all in. So what we're doing is, I've got this stuff. This is from B&Q. There we are. So it's spruce, it's untreated, 2.4 meter lengths, 5 in a pack, and they are they were on offer as a clearance at £14 for a pack of 5. Just my odds and ends that I've picked up. This I'm just using the end of that to square the ends together because I've been cutting 5 in a row. So these offcuts, I'm very lucky because they're a bit big, but I'll be able to go all the way up the outside. So I'm going to be doing the outside of that. The inside is going to be boarded with ply. The whole outside area down to the floor, apart from these 3, are going to be covered in the cladding. There's going to be a shelf there, another shelf there, that's going to be for my guitars, and then there'll be a portion of that covered up with some lights in it, down light in the guitars. There'll be one either side. It's very difficult in a place like this because I live, as you can see, quite high up. I'm in flats or apartments, so I've just chucked all the junk under there for now. It's been a bit of a weekend thing, but a week, but I am just so devastated that I lost all the footage. I don't know what to say. I'm so annoyed. But everything you see here, apart from these, now I did buy these. These are 2x2s. They're exterior treated. They were cheaper. I think they were £13 for I think it was £8 for a length. They were wet when I had them, but it was just surface water. They're pretty dry, and I just literally where is it? There it is. Screwed through just to hold the stuff. I mean, that turns. But I'm thinking with the cladding on there and a bit of boarding, it'll make it a bit more structurally sound. What else is there? This is a separate frame, and it's screwed into this unit from the underside, and you can see the legs on the back there as well. And then the plywood was I've just reused it from an old project that I had. And what I've done is I've run, again, I'll show you in a different video. I put a straight edge on them. I did mismeasure there, but it's going to be covered anyway, so I don't mind. But I ran, to get this dead straight edge, I ran a router across it with a flush trim bit with a straight edge, to make it fit, flush at the back with the wall and flush at the front, because I don't have a circular saw. So rough cut, and then I drew my line, my measurement, and put my straight edge up against it, and then I run the router across it to get a straight line. But yeah, I think maybe I slipped with the router, something happened, but I mean, like I said, it's going to be covered. I don't particularly care, if I'm honest. I know I'm a beginner, and I know I'm going to get beginner quality when I do something like this. But otherwise, everything, you got, I don't know if you can see that, a little bit of movement, but otherwise it's not going anywhere. It's going to hold my stuff. I've got a surround sound system to go in, so I'm going to have speakers hidden. The controller will be in there, there'll be a sub in there, and my center speaker is going to be hidden in here. And obviously the rest is the rest. I've just been picking up bits of wood randomly over the last couple of months. I got all these spindles. I got a lot of them. I think I paid £5 or £10 for the lot. And just, I don't know what wood that is if anyone wants to tell me, but I've had that for a while. Somebody gave it to me from their attic when I was a plumber. So and just bits of nice pretty wood. I think that's Douglas fir, I believe, but stuff like that. So yeah, that's where I am at the moment. I'm cutting things up. This has been great for getting a square cut. Just, you know, hand tools. These clamps, well, I don't know what size they are. Oh, there we are. 18-inch, yeah. I can't remember how much I paid for them. It's been a while. I think, you know, they were a couple of quid. I don't think they were over £20, and that was for the tool. And they're really good. You know, they're not the best, but these are pretty good. They don't slip off like the cheaper ones. That's just my rough tape. I don't need to lock it when you press the button. That it retracts it. So yeah, and you know, these little bits have been pretty invaluable, to be honest with you, especially the stuff from Temu. I can't complain about that. Yeah, so this is where I am at the moment, and this is my collection of boards and wood and all sorts of junk that I wish to use for projects. That's the plasticky stuff that I was trying to cut for the guitar. I've got a lot of that. They are probably a lot bigger than they seem on camera. And then, I don't know if I can show you this, there's some more there. My light is not working at the moment. What's going on here? Oh, there we are. It's a guitar that I butchered. A couple more bits of wood. Yeah, that's an old scaffolding board. So, there we go. That's it so far. So I've stuck a couple of these on here. I'm gonna use the nail gun to put this one on. What's gonna happen is they are overhanging a bit, but I'm gonna run the router, so when this one goes in and it's up here, obviously I'll move the TV, but I will, once the TV box has gone in, because it's going to be boxed in, then I'll flush it off then with the router. So get in there. Fit in there. Right, so to get the placement for this, I've just used two strips in there and put it on top and nailed it in. And I've done it this side as well. I've only nailed in there and there on the top strip, so that these strips then can be removed like so, because in there will be a speaker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit magnets in each bit there and make a panel where it's removed. So I'll be cutting this top lip that slides inside there away. Same on the bottom. I'll be maybe I'm thinking about, you know, just notching that section out there so that it just sort of sticks on with magnets and you can access the speakers. So I'm hoping that my brain is braining the way my brain is supposed to brain. Right, so I don't have any, you know, powered saws or anything at shop, so there's nothing here at the moment. The only thing with power that I've got is the nail gun, the brad nailer. So I'm going to try out the flush cut saw from Temu, whatever, to flush these up. I decided against putting these at the side at the moment because I would much rather just get the front done. So I'm gonna, there's not enough to cover it all anyway, so I'm just gonna try this flush cut saw then to run down there. I'm probably gonna try the more coarse end, the rougher side, because there's going to be sort of L-shaped coverings around everything anyway, so you're not going to see any of the joins, you're not going to see any of the cuts. So I'm just going to take these off, or try to. Get a start. Hey man, this is hard. I'll try the other side. I'm guessing the finer cut is better for this. Sweet. Oh, look at that. They're so out like that, you know, the blade, rather than the teeth being straight, they've got these little hooks to them, and they're really cutting up the, so you're not going to see it luckily, but if this was you know, a nice piece and I'm trying to cut some plugs off it, I would not use this. No, this is some rough stuff. What I do know about this is it's fast. So even the fine tooth side is, as you can see, it's a bit painful. I don't know if I was going too fast or too slow. I don't know. I didn't really put much pressure on it, but I don't know if I should or shouldn't be putting pressure on it. I don't know. So I'm just going to lay that there. And I did it with the TV there. That was typically me doing this. So that will go all the way up to around here, I'm guessing, and then back to the long ones to go up, you know, high-ish. Not, it doesn't have to touch the ceiling because there's going to be another sort of different type of wood going around it, like some kind of border, I don't know, but it's not essential. So this only really needs to be put up roughly, which, you know, and then I'll give it a little hand sand with a sanding pad or something, one of those soft ones, just to clean it up, and then from then on, paint and things like that. I'll try to make it as nice as possible. So far, progress. Quite happy with that. So I kind of don't mind this bit. You know, things need to be trimmed off the edge, but I'm going to do that with a flush trim bit with a router. I know it might sound a little bit crazy, but I don't. The cuts like there, while I flush cut it earlier, that one was just a bit too long, but it's too close. I can't be bothered to do that, because once the TV's boxed in, then that'll all be flush trimmed with the box anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm running out, and I'm seriously running out, and I know I only need to do a little bit up there and a little bit up there, because this section there will have a speaker in it, same as the other side, and I've decided I'm not going to bother doing all fancy stuff. I think I've had to think about it, and to be honest with you, I don't think I can do it. Not right now. I think I need more skill to be able to do something like that, and I'm just going to practice on other things. So the full 2x4 lengths, they are overhanging there slightly, and the reason for that, and I just thought this might be a good idea, I have seen people do it before, is it did kind of hang over that way a little bit, and I thought, well, there's no support there, and if I cover this beam, when I extend with new bits, they're not going to have anything to sit on there. So that section right there, I've put the end of the board there, and I've let it overhang slightly over there, so I can just cut that off, and they are long enough to be able to fill in these bits. So I've got them spare. So I've got a lot of spare bits, but the inside is going to be boarded with ply anyway and then painted, but I thought that was a good idea there. And as for the top, it's around about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, and I know this is lazy, but B, I'm not quite sure how to work it out because the ceiling isn't straight. It does come down to about 1.5 inches over there for definite, and this is maybe 2.25 inches. I don't know what that is in millimeters. My silly mind that can't focus properly doesn't know how to work it out. So the plan with that anyway was to put a bit of wood there, like not. The only way I can describe it is like an upside down skirting board, because I don't want coving. I don't want, or what else is it called? Crowning, is it? Is that the same thing? I don't know. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. It looks like a hell of a lot for somebody who's just started woodworking, but I'll be completely honest with you, with all the videos I watched while doing this, I mean, there's a lot of mistakes, and I have to amend those, you know, before I completely finish up. But I also believe if I can stand on that and this doesn't go anywhere, then it's going to hold some tongue and groove shiplap type stuff. But I do need to tidy it up. I can't just hide it because whatever I put on the bottom doesn't have support there. So I know I need to do that, but I'll figure that out. At the moment, I'll be completely honest with you, I am winging it. I'm completely winging this. I don't know what to do with regards to making things fit better or making wood last longer by having different cuts and things like that. All I know is fit as much as I can. I do prefer this stuff sideways. I know a lot of people do it vertically. I prefer it sideways. Yeah, and I'm going to leave this video there, and when I can get more wood, I'm going to come back and carry on the video. So cheers for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.